Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start an LLC in Texas, and trust me, it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. Whether you're launching your first online business, starting a local service company, or turning your side hustle into something more official, this guide will break everything down into easy-to-follow steps. Now, before we dive into the how-to part, let's talk about why Texas is such an amazing choice for your LLC. You see, Texas has built quite a reputation as one of America's most business-friendly states, and there are some pretty compelling reasons for that. First and foremost, Texas has no state income tax, which is honestly a huge advantage. This means you get to keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. And when you're just starting out, every dollar counts, right? Well, in states like California or New York, you might be handing over a significant chunk of your profits in state taxes, but in Texas, that's one less thing to worry about. But you know what? The benefits don't stop there. Texas also has a relatively straightforward tax structure for businesses. While there is a franchise tax, most small businesses won't even have to pay it because the threshold is pretty high. You basically need to make more than $1,200,000 in revenue before it kicks in. So for most new businesses, this isn't something you'll need to worry about right away. Another thing that makes Texas really attractive is its massive and growing economy. I mean, we're talking about the 9th largest economy in the world. If Texas were its own country, this creates incredible opportunities for new businesses with a huge potential customer base and a robust business ecosystem to tap into. So let's get into the actual steps, starting with choosing your business name. Now, this might seem simple, but there are actually quite a few things to consider here. First off, your company name needs to be unique in Texas. You can't use a name that's already taken or something that's too similar to an existing business. The state actually has a pretty helpful business name database where you can check if your desired name is available. I'll actually walk you through how to use that in just a minute. Also, there are some specific rules about what needs to be in your name. You have to include a limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC or LLC at the end. But here's a pro tip. While you're deciding on a name, you might want to check if the domain name is available too. These days, having a matching website address is pretty important for most businesses. Now let's talk about something that trips up a lot of people, the registered agent requirement. Every LLC in Texas needs to have what's called a registered agent, and this is actually pretty important. A registered agent is basically your business's official point of contact with the state. They're the person or company that receives all your important legal documents, tax forms, and official state notifications. And here's the thing. They need to have a physical address in Texas, not just a P.O. box, and they need to be available during normal business hours. You can actually be your own registered agent if you live in Texas, but honestly, I usually recommend using a professional service for this. You see, using a service gives you some important advantages. First, it keeps your personal address off public records, which is great for privacy. Plus, if you're ever away from your business, you won't have to worry about missing important documents. This is actually where I really recommend using either Taylor Brands or Northwest Registered Agent. Both of these companies offer excellent registered agent services, and you can find special discount links for them in the description and pinned comment below. They'll make sure you never miss important deadlines or documents, which, trust me, can save you from some major headaches down the road. Speaking of important steps in forming your LLC, let's talk about the next crucial piece of the puzzle. Now let's get into filing your articles of organization, which is really the heart of forming your LLC in Texas. You'll head over to the Texas Secretary of State's website and fill out Form 205. The filing fee is $300. And while that might seem a bit steep, think of it as an investment in your business's future. Speaking of investments, this is where I really recommend using Taylor Brands to handle everything for you. They'll not only file your articles of organization, but also provide a registered agent service and help with your operating agreement. You can find a special discount link for their services in the description and pinned comment below. Now, even though Texas doesn't legally require an operating agreement, you absolutely want to have one. Think of it as your business's rulebook. It outlines how your company will handle everything from profit sharing to decision-making processes. Without one, you're basically leaving your business open to potential disputes and legal headaches down the road. Your operating agreement should cover key points like ownership percentages, voting rights, and what happens if someone wants to leave the business. For example, if you have two partners splitting ownership 50-50, you will want to clearly state how major decisions are made to avoid deadlocks. The next crucial step is getting your EIN, or Employer Identification Number, from the IRS. Think of this as your business's social security number. The good news, it's completely free and you can get it online in about 15 minutes through the IRS website. You will need this number to open a business bank account, hire employees, and file your taxes. Here's something a lot of new business owners overlook. Depending on your industry, you might need specific licenses or permits. For instance, if you're opening a restaurant, you will need health permits. If you're starting a real estate business, you will need a real estate license. The best way to handle this is to check with your local city and county offices, as well as the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Better safe than sorry when it comes to compliance, right? Now, let me share some really important pitfalls to watch out for. First, never mix personal and business finances. Open a separate business bank account as soon as you get your EIN. I have seen too many business owners get into trouble by using their personal accounts for business transactions. Another big mistake, not keeping up with annual reports and franchise tax requirements. Texas requires you to file an annual franchise tax report even if you owe no tax. Miss this, and you could face some pretty hefty penalties. And here's a mistake I see all the time: choosing the wrong registered agent. You need someone reliable who will actually be available during business hours. This is another reason why I recommend using Taylor Brands or Northwest Registered Agent. You can find discount links for both in the description below. So, what happens after you have formed your LLC? Well, there are several important steps to take. First, get your business bank account set up right away. Most banks will want to see your articles of organization, EIN, and operating agreement. Then consider getting business insurance. General liability insurance can protect your business from common risks, and depending on your industry, you might need additional coverage. You will also want to set up a proper bookkeeping system. Whether you use software like QuickBooks or hire an accountant, staying on top of your finances from day one is crucial. Remember, forming an LLC is just the beginning of your business journey. The key to success is doing things right from the start. That's why I really recommend using a professional service like Taylor Brands. You can find that discount link I mentioned in the description and pinned comment below. Keep all your formation documents in a safe place, maintain good records, and stay on top of your annual requirements. Your future self will thank you for being organized and thorough from the beginning. And there you have it. You are now ready to start your Texas LLC. If you found this guide helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more business tips and tutorials. Drop any questions you have in the comments below. I always love helping fellow entrepreneurs get started on their business journey. Thanks for watching, and best of luck with your new business venture.